Why did my car ride feel so bumpy? So, it's amazing, depending how old you are and depending how long you've been driving. I mean, cars used to be a lot rougher. I mean, big time. And over the time and the technology and the advancements, we have definitely smoothed out the car ride like there's no tomorrow. I mean, technology has definitely come a long way. But, it is literally something that we take for granted, unless all of a sudden it starts being bumpy. Okay. I remember one time running an automotive and tire repair store that one of my customers came in and, they're like, my car, feels bumpy when, and I'm like, okay, so when? Well, and I started asking questions. Come to find out, it was only bumpy at a specific time, at a specific speed, on a specific road. Well, that would be the road. The road is what made your car bumpy. Um, and not all roads are created equal. So you have to understand first and foremost that all roads are not created equal and all tires are not created equal. We need to really pay attention to the tires because think about it. They're the only thing that's in between you and the road at 75 miles an hour going down a freeway. I mean, think about it for just a second, just the time. And they're going, how many revolutions per mile are they going? We need to rotate and balance the tires every 5,000 miles. We need to get our alignment done once a year over 15,000 miles. We need to have somebody use an automotive repair store that's going to take pictures of them and show them to us so that we can keep up with how many 30 seconds is left on them. We need to replace them before, they get down to 430 seconds. The wear bar is 230 seconds, but why would we take it all the way down to the wear bar and not have any traction left on them and stuff? They can dry rot, they can crack, they can get hard, they can do all kinds of stuff. Cheap tires versus a medium grade tire versus an expensive tire. In other words, high quality, medium quality, low quality tires are not created equal. Know that they're not. And certain tires are suitable for certain driving conditions. So don't ever cheap out on your tires. They are literally the only thing between you and the road at 75 miles an hour. And we just literally take them for granted nowadays. Your suspension. What can I say about suspension? I like talking about suspension because it seems to be one of the least discussed things out there. If you have a worn shock absorber or a worn strut, think about this for just a second. You have a worn shock. All a shock is supposed to do, all a strut is supposed to do for the most part, is be a spring suppressor. So they suppress the spring from making you bounce all over the place anyway. And then, you go 75,000 miles. If you do 20 significant up downs per mile with stopping, starting, turning, driveways, speed bumps, speed dips, potholes, you're doing at least 20 significant up downs a mile, literally. That's 1.5 million significant up downs at 75,000 miles. Replace your shocks and struts, If you wait until you're getting excessive bouncing after hitting a bump, I can guarantee you that you're already destroying other suspension pieces like your springs, upper strut mounts, control arm bushings, lower ball joints, rack and pinion, your inner socket assemblies, your outer tie rods. You are literally destroying stuff. If you're getting excessive bouncing after hitting a bump, you're destroying motor mounts. You're destroying transmission mounts. You're probably giving yourself uneven tire wear. Again, find an automotive repair shop, bring it in, get it checked out every 5,000 miles while you're getting your oil changed. And, life is good. You could have a broken spring. You could have all kinds of stuff going on with your suspension. So definitely make sure. Remember, you can find out so much by getting a digital vehicle inspection done, a courtesy check done every 5,000 miles when you get the oil changed, getting your tires rotated and balanced at the 5,000 mile mark, and the alignment done once a year at 15,000 miles. Um, is your car feeling bumpy when you hit the brakes? Because that could be warped rotors, that could be worn brake pads, that could be, you could have loose suspension that isn't that loose, but you have a slightly warped rotor that enhances the loose suspension by having the front brake rotors be warped. And front brake rotors can get warped if you overheat them by any means. Like if your rear brakes are not properly adjusted, it puts more pressure to the front brakes, which overheats them because that they're doing more of the work than they're supposed to. They do more of the work anyway. So you could have engine misfires. You could have the engine can be causing the bumpy ride itself. The transmission can be causing the bumpy ride itself. When you pay attention to your car, the more information that you can give your automotive repair store, the better it is for everybody. And don't think that you're saving money by not giving full disclosure to your automotive repair store. You're probably costing yourself a whole lot more money. And I mean a whole lot more money if you don't give full disclosure and they have to go out and try and replicate, get this stuff figured out properly. And all you're doing is setting yourself and them up for failure if you hide anything from your automotive repair store. Know that to be totally, totally true. And again, to get back to that road condition, you really need to drive cautiously over rough roads because they're just beating your car up. I mean, they're destroying the second largest investment that most people have. Just don't get in a hurry. Take your time. And then anything that's going on report the poor road conditions to your local authorities, because the more people that report them, the more squeaky the wheel is. Wink, wink. It's not about squeaky wheels at this point, but it can cause squeaky wheels. It can, bad roads, everything can destroy your wheel bearings, can destroy so many different things in your car. It's not even funny. And think about your vehicle load. How many passengers do you have? How much weight is in your trunk? What kind of a load are you carrying? You definitely need to stay within your vehicle's weight limits. Distribute the weight evenly when you're carrying, a load of any kind. And you should definitely never ignore a bumpy road. It's going to increase wear and tear on tires and all of your suspension components. It's going to probably reduce your fuel efficiency. It's going to be compromising your safety and your handling. You need to address the issue as soon as you possibly can, because it's probably not just an inconvenience. It's probably not just a problem that you're having. It's probably, one of those things that's going to cost you extra money if you don't take care of it, if you don't address it, if you don't keep moving forward with it. Please find an automotive repair shop, build a great relationship with them, and bring your car in regularly to get it checked out.